Look at that, we're live.
Oh, man.
All right. I am personally recording, and I'm going to slowly go on Facebook Live.
Awesome.
I'm pulling a Chris. I'm going to be like, I'm making sure I'm on Facebook Live.
Facebook Live is great.
Well, sweet. Well, we're gonna have to ask you all to pull out your inner children and live vicariously.
Yeah, I would give folks some time to join on.
Okay.
No one's that on it. Clicking the button of 5:30 exactly.
Should I go live then on Facebook, or should I wait a minute?
I say go.
All right.
But yeah.
Let's see. Add a title. Okay, I guess I'll add a title.
Children's play session. What are we calling this? I want to play with my mammoth ring, but I don't want to give it away. So I'm like,
Well, let's see. There we go. Hi.
hi.
At least got me. How's it going, Elizabeth?
Good. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Good. We're just getting started in just a few minutes, giving people that last minute moment to jump on in.
Yeah, I've definitely got the link up, and I know it's live on all the pages. It's on our Facebook page. It's on Friends of Nevada Wilderness too. So
Very cool. Thank you.
yeah, now we see if families queue in or like what happens.
We'll find out. We're also recording it, and it's live on Facebook. So if people can't,
Yeah.
Perfect. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We are officially live on Facebook. I can see it on my phone.
I can see it on the screen. It says live on Facebook. That's pretty cool.
Sweet.
So, well, what say you? Shall we kick it off?
All right. Yes.
Let's do it.
All right. So, hi everyone. My name is Alana, and I'm the Outdoor Ethics Program Director for Nevada Outdoor School. And along with me, I have Elizabeth Cadigan. She is a music teacher. And I mean, we are all about teaching kids and having fun with them. And with this pandemic going on, Nevada Outdoor School was doing educational videos to reach parents and kids to give them something new and creative to do while also still educating them at the same time. And so we brought that into Black Rock Rendezvous. And for this little half-hour time, we're going to show some videos that we've created from Nevada Outdoor School. We're also going to do some songs, show some of the crafts that are in the videos, and just have a lot of fun. So.
Yes, super excited to be here with you, Alana, and to help share some of the love and passion I have for the Black Rock, High Rock region with all of our friends, both here in Zoom land and across the internet waves. So what do we have first on our docket tonight?
All right, so first we are going to learn about the desert days.
Desert days!
Yes, desert days. I'm not gonna try to talk about too much because I don't want to ruin the videos, obviously. Can everyone see my video screen?
Yes.
Sweet. And I'll lower my volume.
Hi, it's Miss Michelle. Today we are going to learn about desert dace. So a desert dace is a rare native fish that is only found in warm springs and creeks of Soldier Meadow in the western Humboldt County, Nevada. So a desert dace can live between 1 to 3 years, and then this species is also notable for its ability to live in waters as warm as 38 degrees Celsius, so like 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It feeds on small invertebrates and mainly insects, and then eats some algae within the springs of Soldier Meadows. Dace is threatened by the non-native green sunfish and by the rerouting of springs for bathing and grazing. A mature desert dace contains ripe eggs throughout the year, and the reproduction in the wild has been documented in March, May, and November. It takes about 2 weeks or less for the eggs to hatch because of the high water temperature. The species currently inhabits 8 major thermal springs and creeks in Humboldt County, Nevada. There is no recent population estimate available. However, in 1977, the population estimate was at 50,000 to 100,000 individuals. Springs and outflow streams are contained within the area of approximately 3,830 acres. Desert dace occupies a variety of habitats in Soldier Meadows, including spring pools up to 15 meters in diameter and 3.4 meters deep. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video and learned some more interesting facts about a desert dace. If you want, you can color in this coloring sheet and you can print it off and send it to us.
Yay!
All right, so that was a lot of facts and information in a 2-minute period of time. And you can go back and watch all of these videos later on. They are on our YouTube page. It's just Nevada Outdoor School, as well as all of our other videos we have posted recently. So next, do we want to kick off your song?
Yeah, I'd love to share my song. Before I do, though, I definitely want to share the work that we did over here at our residence with the coloring page. Here is, I would love to take credit for all of this shading and scale, but actually my husband, he's an actual artist, did this, visual artist that is. So here is a beautiful example of desert dace coloring and what you can do with just a few colored pencils in your own time. I have seen that coloring page on the website, and it's great to be able to access it. And if you're anything like me, listening to videos like that, it gets you thinking, and sometimes the information goes in one ear and out the other, and it's hard to just keep it all in there. And so I wrote a song about the desert dace a few years ago in honor of Desert Dace Day, which is where this coloring page originated from, which is a great public service event that you can go out and actually get to work with your fellow citizen scientists and Black Rock Desert lovers of far and wide to help take care of these great little fish. And so without further ado, if you are a desert dace lover out there and you know the song, feel free to sing along. If not, I hope you enjoy my version of Desert Dace, a tiny song for a tiny fish. Out in Soldier Meadows lives a fish named Dace. Their lives are being threatened in multiple ways. Sun and goldfish are taking over their turf, reducing Dace's numbers out here on Earth. There's not much left the desert dace can do. The tiny fish's fate is up to me and you. Desert dace live in hot water. Desert dace are being bothered. Desert dace, we got to save them. The tiny fish's fate is up to me and you. Out in Soldier Meadows lives a fish named Dace. Their lives are being threatened in multiple ways. Sun and goldfish are taking over their turf, reducing Dace's numbers left here on Earth. much left the desert days can do. The tiny fish's fate is up to me and you. Desert days, live in hot water. Desert days, hard being bothered. Desert days, we got to save them. The tiny fish's fate is up to me and you. Yay! Thanks!
So fun. Yes.
Well, speaking of desert days, I mean, they are pretty special to our Northern Nevada region, but I'm curious to know if you're watching this out here, whether you're in our Zoom or you're on Facebook Live or wherever you're watching it, please feel free to leave us a message, leave us a chat, let us know that you're here, you're live, you have a pulse, and where you're from, because we'd love to know. We'd love to know where is our lovely children's playtime being sent to today out in the universe. Woo! Chris from Reno, howdy.
Yes. And to go along with that coloring page, if you did not see where to get it, it is on the Black Rock Rendezvous website. And if you scroll to our actual event slide, you can click it and download it for a PDF.
Yeah, I feel like we should like come up with a chant. Anytime someone says Black Rock Rendezvous, we should say Black Rock Rendezvous, like shark bait, ooh ha ha. By the way, Brandalyn, welcome from Elko. Good to have you. Howdy, howdy. Yeah, so that I think that is an unofficial. Anytime you and I, Alana, say Black Rock Rendezvous, we now have to respond with Black Rock Rendezvous. That's it. That's it. Yes, please do, Chris. Share with all your friends and their daughter, and your friend's daughter, your daughter's friend, the friends of the, you know what I mean. Share it, get it shared. Listening from Winnemucca, howdy, howdy. Look at that, got the muck in the house. Proud of it is what their signs say in town. I always think it should say darn proud of it, but that's me personally.
Right. So we were, because the video had so much knowledge and information in such a short span, we were going to ask folks to either chat in or you can unmute yourself. And we were doing some trivia.
Ooh.
So our first question is, what is the name of the fish?
What is the name of the fish that we just sang about? If you're feeling brave, you can unmute that microphone or you can put it up on Facebook Live. Any pulses out there, Alana? Do we got anybody biting on Facebook Live?
Not that I can see yet.
Not a soul. They're all sleeping. They're going to watch this at 2 a.m. in the morning. I get it. Night owls. Or if you're feeling if not so brave, you can also write it in the chat. What is the name of this gorgeous little fish we were talking about? As they figure that one out, I'll give you a hint. Or I don't know if it's a hint, more facts, but the actual fish is only about the size of your thumb. When I do my live shows, I like to give out little Swedish fish to kind of show that size. And yes, I do have a bag right here in my desk/classroom because that's how I roll. But since you guys can't have one of these in real person, I'll just pretend like I gave you one virtually. But imagine that. That is the true full size of these fish. Anybody biting? I guess not, Alana. So it's just you and me, my friend.
All right.
Should we say it on the count of 3?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
3.
Desert Days. Oh, Gwendolyn! Gwendolyn got right in there. Good job.
He's definitely trying to beat us.
That was awesome. Well, that's fun, and you can find out more facts about Desert Days on the websites and also through the upcoming. What is the name of that event? Black Rock Rendezvous. You didn't know they were so small. They are very small and very unique. They are only indigenous to the Soldier Meadows area. Pretty cool.
All right. Do we want to move on to our...
Let's keep this party going. Yeah.
All right. Do you want to start it off with the song this time?
I sure can. So we're going to move away from Soldier Meadows. We're going to get back on that dirt road, that 50-mile dirt road, and hopefully not pop a tire or anything. We're going to come back.
Fingers crossed.
Right, fingers crossed. We're going to come back to the famous Black Rock Desert Playa itself. And out there happens to be some pretty interesting creatures. And if you ever had the chance to go out to the playa, around this time of year, actually. This is a good time of year for them. You can even go a little bit farther into, I would say, June, July, depending on how much water we got. But if you have a chance to go out there and not get stuck, you can go ahead and find two of my favorite types of animals. And the first one that I'm going to tell you about right now is called a fairy shrimp. Now, these aren't the fairy shrimps. These aren't the shrimps that you would eat on the Barbie, okay? In fact, I've heard that somebody once fed one to their dog to see if he would eat it, and they didn't. So this is not the type of shrimp to go try to catch. But this fairy shrimp, what makes it neat is that the ones that live out on the desert in the playa are called giant fairy shrimp because they are quite big. They can get anywhere, for example, on my hand, I'll stop playing and kind of give you an example of it, from my fingertip to my wrist, so about 7 inches, I would say, in length. They can get that long, and they're transparent, and they live in the murky water that just kind of sits on top of the soot of the playa. And their friends out there are called triops. And if you break down that word, you have tri, which means 3, T-R-I, and ops, which kind of relates to sight, so 3 eyes. But the interesting thing about these 3 eyes is that they're pretty much blind. They can see shadows, they can kind of see light, but that's it. They really can't, they don't have any like X-Man vision because they have 3 eyes. And so they kind of live out there and they do their things. And even though they're kind of blind, they do have an incredible feat of power. And that is, they can wait. Oh yes, they can wait. They wait. They can wait longer than people are waiting to take off those masks and go back to normal life. Yeah, they are very patient. In fact, they can wait up to 20 years before their eggs hatch. And the reason why they wait is because their lifespans are not very long. No, they live maybe about 3 months if things are good. And in that time, they lay new eggs, and those eggs wait when they need to. And what they're waiting for is the perfect situation. They are looking for not too much water, not enough water, then it's not okay, you know, not too hot, not too cold, you know, kind of like Goldilocks, but creepy little things with 3 eyes and lots of legs. And that's what they do. And that's how they live. And it's pretty cool. And without further ado, I'd now like to sing you my song because you have waited so patiently to hear it. It goes something like this. Fairy shrimp and triops searching for the perfect time to lay their eggs on the playa in search of the right amount of water to saturate. Underneath the playa's crust there is a hole full of life, prehistoric hatchlings waiting for the moment to be right. Fairy shrimp and triops searching for the perfect time to lay their eggs on the playa in search of the right amount of water to saturate. Crustaceans like the fairy shrimp and triops are pretty neat. Their eggs can stay dormant for 20 years, no easy feat. And triops searching for the perfect time to lay their eggs on the playa in search of the right amount of water to saturate. In search of the right amount of water to saturate. In search of the right amount of water to saturate. Woohoo!
There's all those clapping emojis again.
I know, right? I know. Oh, there's a thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you, Gwendolyn. She's like, I heard the end of the song.
All right. Here I go. Sharing my screen again, maybe. Hopefully. No, we don't want no desert days no more.
But we do, Alana. Don't get rid of them.
Yes, we still want them, just not the video.
Not the video.
All right.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's Miss Liz. So today we're going to be talking about fairy shrimp. So this is what a fairy shrimp looks like. This is a very zoomed in picture. They are generally about an inch long, so about maybe this big. They are transparent, which means clear, so you can pretty much see through them. They live in the Black Rock Desert on the playa, and during the rainy months, or the raining season, which is typically about December to May, which in that time they hatch. Within 41 days they mature, and then after that they start to reproduce eggs, as you can see in this picture, which at the end of reproducing they have to hatch, or their eggs have to be laid, and then they will hatch the next rainy season, which will be about December again. Before they end up dying at the end of the rainy season when it starts to dry up, and then their eggs can stay and they won't be harmed. They can last throughout the whole summer season and throughout the fall until the winter comes again and the rain comes back, and their pools of water can fill back up and they will rehatch. So the females reproduce eggs called cysts, which they will lay, and about 200 little fairy shrimp can be found in a liter of water, or about 400 or more can be found in a 2-liter bottle of water. They have 11 appendages, which means like sets of legs. So these sets of legs can help them breathe, swim, and eat food. So they eat usually algae and plankton throughout their lives. So you guys can go ahead, and we will put this picture in the comments. You can print it out, color it, make their habitat, and send us what you guys have. Alright, so now we're going to try and make this little shrimp with a paper or styrofoam plate. So what I'm going to do first is cut the plate in half. Okay. And you can use both of the sides of the plate to make 2 shrimps if you'd like. So I'm going to first cut like this, so it's kind of like a little head, and then I'm just going to cut around. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is cut some little legs. So I'm going to make sure that there is 22 legs, since there is 11 set, so there's 22 altogether.
All right. So most of us don't have the supplies to do the craft right now, but once again, all of these videos are on our YouTube page, so you can look over the craft again. And we each had created one of the crafts, so you can see it. I have all 22 legs hiding on up in there.
Yours, I have to say, Alana, came out much better than mine. I tried the paper plate fairy shrimp craft, and it just totally was not looking very fairy at all, or shrimp. It was just sad. So I took the coloring page and I just cut our little fairy shrimp out and put them on a stick. And so that's just another example of what you can do to kind of make yourself a fairy shrimp. And now that we have our fairy shrimp, we also have a fairy shrimp joke for you.
Oh, yes.
Hey, Alana Fairy Shrimp, how was your summer?
Pretty dry.
Bad joke, but okay. Thank you. Thank you. We're here.
We got applause.
Yeah, right. I like it. But it was great. And A fun fact about fairy shrimp, not necessarily the ones that are out on the playa, but did you know that people have been breeding fairy shrimp and triops within their own wetland type of crops to help get rid of mosquitoes? Because mosquito larvae are the fairy shrimp and triops like favorite type of food to eat.
Hmm.
And that's,
Did
yeah.
not know that.
So you can thank these guys for helping us keep down the mosquitoes,
Never a problem with that.
right?
All right. So we have one more song and video to share with everyone. It's my
an
favorite,
exciting one.
but I'm biased.
I'm excited too. Do you want to, would you like to share the video first? I think we should. I think we should.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So,
I will.
should I even tell them
Ooh, should we give guesses?
what the topic is?
I don't know.
Does everyone want to guess what they think the topic might be? Brandon, you can't because you know what the answer is.
I know, that's true. Yeah, I don't know if anyone else is with us on that level, but you know, I'm sure as soon as they see the video, they'll get excited.
Yes. Plus, I mean, the hint in our Facebook advertisement was that they were Black Rock specific.
Ooh.
So that kind of helps out a little bit.
Okay, all right. Well, let's roll that beautiful bean footage.
Let's see.
Ooh, Sasquatch. I don't know. I've heard Sasquatch is gunning around. You know, that's a popular.
All right. We appreciate all of these, but it is time for drum roll, apparently, as it loads. Will it load? Aha!
I think your fairy shrimp video might still be playing. I hear some cutting.
Alright. Now, along with that, I'm just going to cut another little
What
bump.
are you doing, fairy shrimp? I like you too, buddy, but it's not your time. All right.
Hi guys, it's Miss Crystal. Today we are at the Humboldt Museum. We're looking at our mammoth that was found in the Black Rock Desert. So these bones are estimated to be about 13,000 years old. So in 1979, a man named Steve Woolman found the first tooth, and then in 1980, William Clelo actually found some more, and they started excavating some more bones. So the Columbian mammoth used to be really big. We can compare it to a modern-day Asian elephant. So they're pretty big. They measured to be about 13 feet tall and then 13 tons. So they're pretty heavy. So females and males both had tusks, and then the tusks were really useful, especially if the mammoths lived in places like in snowy places, they could move the snow with their tusks. So Columbian mammoths were the biggest mammoths in Northern America, but they were commonly found in the southern part of North America. They could be found in places where there were trees, cacti, leaves, and shrubs, and they'd mainly graze, and they'd eat up to 300 pounds of food per day. Back then there used to be a lot of water in the desert too, so they could drink up to 26 gallons at a time, and they'd drink at least 3 times per day. So we know this. We know what they ate based on looking at their teeth, and also by looking at their scat. So it's thought that the Columbian mammoth were killed by hunters, or they died due to the climate change. So at the last, around the time of the last glacial retreat. So the way that the bones are set up right now are the way the bones were found when it was going to be excavated. So the bones of the mammoth were also found with different kinds of species. So things like saber-toothed tiger, horses, camels, there's tortoises, and also short-faced bears. So this is how they were found and how they were excavated. So, alright, hope you enjoyed this video about learning about mammoths. Stay tuned for a mammoth craft and some close-up pictures of the mammoth remains.
into our mammoth craft. So we're gonna make a mammoth ring so that our finger can act as the trunk. All right. So let's go ahead.
All right.
That is awesome, Alana. I don't know if we have any Rookie fans out here, the TV show The Rookie, or Nathan Fillion fans out here. But that background music you picked kind of sounds like the theme music to The Rookie.
Right?
That's just
Yeah.
me being a little nerdy there, but anyways, I love your mammoth video,
Yeah.
and I love the craft that follows. I'm so excited that you're showing everyone how to make mammoth rings. I happened to follow it, and I realized as I was making my ring that I was going to have to make it a la COVID style, which meant that I thought I had all the ingredients to make it and follow the directions, but I didn't. So this is my version of the mammoth ring. Ta-da! Super cute. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you, thank you. And the best part about putting my mammoth ring on my right hand is that the mammoth can rock out with me as I play ukulele, and it doesn't bother me. So
Very smart.
yeah. So you too can own this gorgeous mammoth ring, or one similar. As you may notice, we didn't have glue in the house, so taped there. But it is quite cute, and I will choose to keep it for a while,
Yes.
as I do think it's fun. And yeah, which brings us to the world premiere.
Woo!
New song.
New song.
Alana last week asked me, she was like, oh, what song do you want to sing after the mammoth video? And quite honestly, I didn't have a mammoth song. I thought about making a mammoth song when I did my residency, and it didn't come to life. And so I thought, what better time than now, when we're stuck at home and need some creative outlet to create a new song. And as I went down the wormhole of learning about the mammoth and all kinds of things that's happened in the Black Rock, I decided that instead of making a mammoth song, I would create a Black Rock timeline song, because one of the things that I learned about while learning about the mammoth was that those animals didn't necessarily all come together and then, have a dying party.
Right.
Right? That's not how it worked, right? So, like, the mammoths came, and then later on, some of those animal bones got washed up, and it just, those layers told us so much about the history. And I thought, well, why not honor the history that has gone through the Black Rock with a song about that? And so, as with all my songs, they definitely sound better when I'm live and with people physically. So in my little artist heart and mind, I'm going to pretend that you guys are doing the repetitive parts with me. You'll know it because I'll repeat the part a few times, and if you can sing along wherever you are, I'm not going to ask you to turn on your camera or anything, but just, I'll feel your energy as we do this. And because this song is so fresh, I actually have to look at the music on my stand. So here I am. Hello. That's where I'm at. And without further ado, the name of this song is called the Black Rock Desert Timeline Song. Yes, very, very original. I know. And with backup strumming, my ichthyosaur ring. Here we go. The Black Rock today hasn't always been the same. Vegetation, population, all have seen some change. Cover it up with some sedimentary rock, that is. And the layers that show help us know about its history. Let's start our journey back in time to the late Triassic period, when our friend the ichthyosaur ruled the scene. 200 million years ago, this desert that you see was once the bottom of a massive ocean scenery. Where these ancient waters swam a reptile known for size, Shoshone-saurus popularis, Nevada State fossil pride. Ichthyosaur is no more. Ichthyosaur is no more. That's your part. Let's try it again. Ichthyosaur is no more. Ichthyosaur is no more. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the middle of the Mesozoic era to see what was happening then. 100 million years ago, or so we estimate, the ground was shifting, moving, lifting of tectonic plates. Explosions and erosions made volcanic island chains, from which we now have both the Black Rock and the Jackson Range. shaky plate, mountain ranges do they make? 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 Well, Nevada wasn't always completely covered by water, so let's visit the end of the Pleistocene epoch to learn more. 25 to 11,000 years before our time, Nevada's mountain ranges were far slipperier to climb. Covered in thick sheets of ice, the water found its route into the ancient Lake Lahontan, which we know about. Oh, the Black Rock today hasn't always been the same. Vegetation, population, always seen some change. Cover it up with some sedimentary rock, that is, and the layers that show help us know about its history. Mammoths, 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 here comes the mammoths. Mammoths, mammoths, here comes about 15,000 years ago before this very day. Some Columbian mammoths were the ones who led the way. With giant tusks they dug real deep to let the water out, until they couldn't find no more and then they died of drought. Oh, the Black Rock today hasn't always been the same. Vegetation and population all have seen some change. Cover it up with some sedimentary rock, that is, and the layers that show help us know about its history. Did you know that the Black Rock Desert is home to some of the oldest markings left behind by the earliest humans in North America? It's true. Around 10,000 years ago, or so the experts say, ancient North Americans were in vicinity. Their petroglyphs were left behind for us to figure out how they lived while they were here and what they were about. Some of the markings that we see still are a mystery. Some of the markings that we see still are a mystery. Some of the markings that we see still are a mystery. Some of the markings that we see still are a mystery. The last few centuries brought an increase of people through the Black Rock Desert for a variety of reasons. Within the past 200 years, a lot has changed indeed. Immigration, transportation, and gold led many to grieve. Some would choose the path they took with hopes of striking rich, unknowing what lied ahead would leave them in a ditch. Oh, the Black Rock today hasn't always been the same. Vegetation, population, all have seen some change. Cover it with some desert sensory rock, that is, and the layers that show help us know about its history. Today the Black Rock let's try that one again. Today the Black Rock region brings in fans from far and wide who are looking for a place to explore or temporarily reside. No matter what your reason is for wanting to come enjoy it, show that you care and do your share to teach others not to destroy it. Oh, the Black Rock today hasn't always been the same. Its vegetation and population all have seen some change. Cover it up with some sedimentary rock, that is, and the layers that show help us know about its history.
I enjoyed that timeline.
What's that?
I enjoyed the timeline.
Thank you. It's been quite a while, you know. It's been around, so I thought, why not do it a good introduction to what's going on, and there is a lot of words to that, but there you have it, live and fresh in full creation mode. One of the newest songs to be put on this earth. You heard it right here for the first time.
Beautiful. All right. So that is all we have for you guys. And just a reminder, the Bighorn Sheep Talk just started a few minutes ago. We ran over. My bad. Oh well. But you can watch that as well as come to other events we have planned all week long.
Absolutely. I know I'm looking forward to the Bird Talk tomorrow. And also I will be helping to co-host the famous Dutch Oven Cook-Off, first ever virtual version this Friday from 5 to 6. So if you haven't signed up to participate in that, you totally can. We also have some open mic opportunities for that as well. So hopefully, you know, you're feeling your oats a little more on Friday and can come out of your shells.
Yes. And of course, if you are not familiar with all three organizations, so Friends of Black Rock High Rock, Friends of Nevada Wilderness, and Nevada Outdoor School, you can always go on the Friends of Black Rock Rendezvous website. You can go to
Black Rock Rendezvous.
Everyone's Facebook page, everyone's website. Check us out. Donate. become a member to everyone. Oh yes, and the virtual cook-off is open to the public. Please email chris@nevadawilderness.org to sign up, just so we can count on how many people are attending in advance. And we hope to see you in another talk.
Sweet. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
I don't know if you just want to stop recording and then kind of hang in here until people
Right?
mosey on to